com.
How pathetic can some people be?
What about that moment in Field of Dreams when we hear, if you build it, he will come? And then Costner does it. He builds a baseball field. Well, I guess he doesn't build it. He mows down corn, and then there is a field. And then he's like, I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball. And the bank is like, you want to pay your mortgage? And he's like, nah, I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball. And then he finds James Earl Jones, who wrote The Boat Rocker, which I thought was a real book deep into my 20s. And he's like, people will come, Ray. He's the only one with a financial plan. But what's weird is Timothy Busfield pushes little Gabby Hoffman off the bleachers, and she falls down, and she's unconscious. Then Burt Lancaster is Moonlight Graham, and he comes up and he pats her on the back a couple times, and he's like, hot dogs stuck in the throat. And then he can't go back in the game, because I guess there's a rule in Ghost Baseball that if you leave the field at any point to become an elderly ghost and do the Heimlich maneuver, you can't return to the field. I love Field of Dreams. That should win Best Picture, though they'll probably go with one of this year's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Oh, Field of Dreams is a good movie. And I think it's because of everything that happens in it. It's really none of it's baseball. It's just centered around baseball. Also centered around baseball, the baseball cap. You familiar with the baseball cap? How many baseball caps do you have?
Oh, more than I know. I mean, I've got so many hats.
And how many innings of baseball have you played in the last 20 years? 30 years? 40 years?
Yeah, I haven't played any since we had our softball team.
Oh, yeah. That's softball.
That was within a decade.
That's not the same thing. That's softball. And it was probably...
Did we wear caps? Did we even wear caps when we played softball?
Sometimes I did. Sometimes I didn't. Major League Baseball is reviewing an unintentional, inappropriate slang word that was used on the Texas Rangers hats that were produced by New Era. It's the overlap collection, which I'm guessing they do hats that are geared at different cultures, because this was intended for... Well, what happened was the word Texas is on the hat, but what New Era decided to do was replace the X with a T on the hat, and that resulted in a word in Spanish, vulgarity, which translates to say it for me. Just say it without the X and replace it with the T. How would you say that? Tetas is how you would say it. How would
T what?
Tetas, because they replaced the X with the T.
Teats?
Tetas.
Tet.
Spell Texas with a T instead of an X. He's writing it out right now, folks. Because of 5 letters. Tetas, yes.
I think it's how you'd say it in Tetas.
And apparently you
Tetas.
just insulted a lot of Spanish-speaking people. Because,
he did?
Because it translates to...
Tetas.
It's a vulgar term for breasts. Tetas.
Oh.
The hat is no longer...
The government is cooking nose.
The hat is no longer for sale. And Major League Baseball has yet to comment as of yesterday afternoon. So they pulled it from the shelves. Now, you were a baseball card collector despite having played any baseball. I was a baseball card collector despite having played any baseball. And I remembered...
We played when we were kids.
Yeah, right. And I was a fan when I was a kid. And baseball cards probably drove that fandom pretty heavy. And I remember Billy Ripken, somebody in the clubhouse decided to write a vulgar term on the knob of his bat. It said F-face, yes, like Jeremy just said.
I'm surprised the photographer didn't catch it, but I guess maybe he's, taking
you're taking thousands and thousands of players.
People just walk up
hey,
there.
Billy,
the funny thing about it was...
Billy, grab your bat and hold it over your shoulder and let me take a picture and I got to move on.
Your conspiracy mind should have kicked in at for a young Jeff Kingman to say, boy, it's really interesting how...
It was the tenants.
F-face is perfectly straight up and down.
Yeah, perfectly framed.
Not off to the side, not at 3 o'clock, right at noon, just F-face.
But my point being is Billy Ripken, who never did anything unlike his brother Cal in Major League Baseball, his baseball card was worth more than Cal's for a long period of time because Fleer saw it, pulled it out of production and made it rare, but they didn't pull that many out of production as they thought they did because there was still a lot floating on the market. This hat is now all the rage. Major League Baseball's not doing anything by pulling the sales of the hats. Whoever got their hands on the hats, now they could, those hats are rare. They're an error, as they like to call it, the baseball card community. So now everybody's looking to get one of these hats because, one, you don't have to worry about everybody wearing the same T on their Rangers hats as a Rangers fan. You show up at the park with the TETAS hat. People are like, "Oh, dude, where'd you get that hat?" You're like, "I know about it. eBay for $500, dude." It's a rare hat. You can only get there's only like 50 of them made.
The hat says Texas boobies?
No. It just says in
boobies?
Rangers theming. It just says Tetas.
Oh, boobies.
Well, I guess I
that's
don't know.
what people are writing in.
I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's Google it. Interesting.
So, anyways, Major League Baseball, you thought you were doing a good thing, but you're actually drawing more attention to it.
TITS is what it is more commonly known as in English.
But
it's the same thing as saying that.
But the E is said. How's it said in Spanish? I got to harken back to my Spanish.
Yeah, but people
classes.
say that's tits all the time. That's tits, man. Yeah, man, that's tits. Thumbs up.
Yeah, but
it's a good thing.
I don't know.
Pretty funny. Titas. I think it's pretty funny that people are getting worked up over it. If anybody actually really is, why would you?
Like who narked? I want to know who narked. Yeah. They're like,
who cares? Who cares? It's on a saying. There's way worse things on T-shirt sayings that you can buy on Amazon. Just go check it out.
But why wouldn't they have replaced it with like a J? Tejas. If they're targeting that community. I think it was on purpose. New Era, somebody was smoking too many doobies in the design room. They're like, it'd be great. Yeah. Instead of a J, we put the T in it. You know what that means, man. Congratulations to New Era, or no, not New Era, Major League Baseball for like drawing attention.
I'm looking at it right now. And you know what? Behind the giant T, the second T before the AS, there is an X behind it, so you can see that it's just a big T over the Texas.
Yeah.
So it looks like Tetas.
Yeah, it's designed in the fashion that the Texas Rangers would design a hat. It's just, I don't know. Major League Baseball. But Major League Baseball, man, they got to play, especially with the Rangers, because the Rangers are the only team that refused to do transgender night. So they're watching the Rangers like hawks right now. They're like, whoa, that ain't going to fly, Texas Rangers. Congratulations, Major League Baseball. For the first time in a long time, you're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Things we didn't get to in hashtag form with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
She's left the country, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie O'Donnell is gone. Adios.
I'd fire Rosie. I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
How many years did it take for him to chase her away from the country?
Adios, amigos.
Even Barack said goodbye to Rosie. Here she is on her TikTok feed. Maybe.
Well, hey, everybody. It's me, Rosie O'Donnell.
She looks
star
rough.
of the Flintstones.
Really rough.
Well,
Tuesday all day, as my Nana would say.
Women don't age gracefully,
And I'm
Jeremy.
here in Ireland. And it's beautiful and warm. Not physically, it's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th. And
Jeez.
it's been
Before the
pretty
inauguration.
wonderful, I have to say.
Yeah,
She was so scared.
She left because she doesn't like Donald Trump, and you know why she doesn't like Donald Trump.
We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us.
Now she's just old and chubby. She looks like
Rosie
one of
is
those
a
old- her
very
hair's-
unattractive person.
Yeah, you should see this video. I don't think she combs her hair anymore. I think she just gets out of bed and sits on the couch and drinks some tea in Ireland.
But it's funny that, she's a celebrity, right? So 2 months is a long time for a celebrity to let everybody know that she left the country based on the fact that Donald Trump was elected president. Did she think he was going to actually do like the things that, like, I don't think he kept tabs on her or like knew that she'd left the country. I mean, this is the first that we're hearing of it.
I don't think he's really worried about going after her.
Rosie's a person that's very lucky to have her girlfriend. And she better be careful or I'll send one of my friends over to pick up her girlfriend.
Oh. Which one of your friends?
What the?
Yeah, exactly.
Which one?
Ellen also, by the way, left. Ellen and Portia. I don't know if they left for the same reasons or not. They didn't go into any politics. They just they have a home in Europe somewhere, and they're over there. So
I think they live in like
this story
the greater
says
London
that
area.
They fled like people fled from a fire or a hurricane. It's pretty funny. So there you go, Rhonda. Maybe you ought to go over there with them. Get out of here. Go hang out.
No, Rhonda's good. Rhonda's good. We like Rhonda. Stay here, Rhonda.
I do like Rhonda quite a bit, but I know she doesn't. She's probably looking for a reason to get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh. I mean, here's the thing. Don't you stay and fight? I mean,
Fight what? What are you fighting?
I don't know what you're fighting. I don't know.
She'll come back when Americans have equal rights again. I'm like, well, okay.
They have equal rights right now. They pretty much have equal rights.
See, it's the government you believe in that continues to take rights away from Americans, like their Second Amendment right. I'm pretty sure the First Amendment will be after that.
Well, this is good because she went to the UK where they're censoring people right now. So did Ellen. So you guys are censored.
Yeah. But I'll just tell you right now, if you haven't seen Rosie in a while, she doesn't comb her hair anymore, and she has aged a little bit. TSA is weighing in on this airport theory that you can show up 15 minutes before your flight.
Wait, what are they doing?
At what town airport can you show up 15 minutes before your flight and still make it?
What is that like? Did they invent teleporting? Like what the heck?
I have no idea. Let's listen to this.
I absolutely could not do it in 15 minutes. Is there a trick to doing it?
We're actually here 3 hours early right now, so we're just waiting.
I would be anxious about it, yeah.
I don't think I could do it in 15 minutes. But I'm always up for a challenge. I'm pretty tardy most of the time anyway, so, why not try to rush it a little more, push it a little bit more, and see if I couldn't make it to my gate in 15 minutes.
There's some small airports I've been to where you walk right in, and if you're not checking a bag,
San Luis Obispo.
You walk in the doors and you walk through security. San Luis Obispo would work,
yeah.
But a lot of times,
Santa Maria.
Well, it depends on how. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you might be able to pull it off because but really small airports where there's just one operator, meaning there's one airline, they will close security 30 minutes.
Oh God!
Before the plane takes off. So when they start boarding the airplane, they close security down.
Why?
Because they don't have enough security people to do security and board the plane. I don't know.
I worked at a small airport once in college, and I not only had to rent cars, I had to run the concession stand too. That's because the people that rented the cars were like, we don't make a lot of money off of renting cars, but we would make a lot of money if we bought a bunch of Costco food and a microwave and a refrigerator and just sold it.
I don't ever remember seeing that in our college little airport. It was like literally a one-room airport. You walked in,
right.
The rental car was on the right. It was Alaska Airlines, had a counter on the left. Mm-hmm. Security was straight ahead. I think there was a bathroom.
Yeah.
There was a machine to pay
sold
for parking,
Costco muffins.
And that was it.
We sold Costco muffins that would warm up and little pizzas and like trail mix, things that were packaged, candy bars, things like that. But yeah, I had to do that. I had to cook people's little personal pan pizzas. They're warm up their muffins out of the freezer and the trail mix and the Snickers bars. That's what I did. It was great. I don't think it's probably not allowed anymore because, FAA standards or some nonsense like that. It was like working in that. Remember that show? What was that show? Oh man, two brothers. They ran an airline in like Nantucket or something like that. What was it called?
Yeah.
The airport
Wings.
Yeah,
It's called Wings.
the airport reminded me of that. It was like Wings.
Yeah.
Everybody, there's
Wings
like
had a bigger airport.
4 people that work at the airport, and they all just kind of are friends, and they work literally in like 30-minute windows, and then they have the rest of the day, like 2 30-minute windows, and then the rest of the day is theirs to do whatever they want with. It was great.
Duchess of Cambria writes in on the 805 beer text lines and says that Ellen left back in August before the election. Okay, I thought she'd been there for a while, so I don't think it was politically. Kyle, the complainer, writes in. He says, why didn't they take Whoopi with them? Come on, man. Yeah, Whoopi. Come on. We need some entertainment, though, right? Don't we? We need some entertainment.
I don't know if what she's serving up is entertainment.
Be careful. Don't eat your kids' ice cream or their favorite snack. They may call the cops on you. This is a 4-year-old called 911 after his mom ate his ice cream.
You should have
the
this.
police. They came for real.
Yeah, we have to just come check, make sure everything's okay.
Hey, what you do?
Did you call the police?
Yeah.
Why?
Told my mommy to go to jail. I didn't get ice cream.
So is that why you're upset?
Yeah. That's why I didn't get no ice cream.
No, it's so hard to yell at them.
A police, yeah.
So no calling 911 unless it's a real emergency, okay?
My mom needs to go to jail. I don't know if you caught that. You know, the kid was not by the cam, the body cam, but he's like, my mom needs to go to jail. She ate my ice cream. That's pretty funny. Okay, and this is a new conspiracy theory. I thought of you. Do we have time for this? Yes, we do. All right. This is a new conspiracy theory. And I don't know if you've heard of this yet, or you're going to get on board with it. But hashtag rich people are eating mermaids.
If you haven't seen my first Mermaid and Sirens video, you're not going to understand this video at all. Okay, they bring this net that had been down at the bottom all day that day up. And he said what he saw inside was like nothing he had ever seen before, probably ever will again if he ever lives to tell the story again. He said that it was like a pasty, whitish green skin, okay? And the fin, okay, from like the hip bone down, it was just like the body of a fish. And like greenish black hair, and wasn't pretty. And it spoke. He said that he couldn't understand what language it was speaking in, but it felt like it was begging for its life. And they took this siren to a different warehouse, and it was set up like a restaurant. Come to find out, these clientele, he had sonar machines and everything to track these things down, okay? Like stuff that you would not even believe if you saw it. These people, okay, that had him go and catch this thing, and they say it's like really common among the wealthy, and they all had their knives and forks and everything else. It was set up like hibachi, sort of. It's one of them things that even presidents don't know about. You know what I mean? So just like a secret research island.
So they're just cutting fillets right off the mermaids and throwing them right on the
elites. The elites are eating them. The elites are eating mermaids.
The virus stops with every vaccinated person.
Well, I guess we do need our vaccines then.
Okay. So
I listen.
That was on TikTok.
And what bayou were they fishing mermaids? I thought mermaids were saltwater.
She can't. You could listen. You know
she
was
not living by a salt water body of water.
They eat the mermaids. You know what I mean?
But that she sounded like she was in the swamps of Louisiana. Okay, maybe mermaids exist there. I don't know. Maybe mermaids are freshwater. Who knows? People don't know too much about mermaids. In fact, mermaids are far less common than Bigfoot in your realm. So I think, I think she does a lot of drugs. She does a lot of drugs or has very lucid dreams. Like a lot of our listeners have lucid dreams. And you, I guess, because you have dreams about killing people.
I never said that. Okay. That was Rich. He said, he did write back and he said in his own defense, he was defending himself when he killed the person.
There's one dream I've had where a loved one has died, and it was the most lucid dream, and I woke up and I thought it was for real. And I was so sad. And for like 5 minutes afterwards, I was just like devastated. And I was sitting there like it had really happened. And it didn't happen at all. It was the strangest thing ever. And it's like...
So maybe that's what happened here. She had a dream about rich people.
Yeah, I think so.
Eating mermaids.
Yeah.
Okay. George Thorogood, AC/DC coming up in
They're
2 tickets
delicacy,
to go
Jeremy, in the
have some great
Louisiana
Central Coast
Bayou.
beverages.
You know.
Yeah. Central Coast Craft Beer Festival is a week from this Saturday. We got VIP tickets to get you in early, get those rare beers that nobody else is going to taste the rest of the day. And you're going on us. That's next.
93.3 KZOZ rocks the 805. Know the show.
All right, know the show. We're going to send you to the Central Coast Craft Beer Festival. It's coming up a week from this Saturday on the 22nd. This is 21 and over to drink, but it is family friendly. You can bring everybody else for the other fun stuff. So, or is it 21 and over for the whole thing, Jeff?
It's 21 and over for the whole thing.
Oh, it is. No kids can come to this one.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so it is
could,
21 and
they
over.
could run around outside.
Yes.
That'd probably be frowned
They're
upon.
serving beer, wine, cider, seltzers, kombucha. There's going to be food trucks there, and they're going to have lots of long games and stuff. Live music from the 90s Babies and Resignation. All right. We got 2 tickets to get you in an hour early and drink those exclusive beers not poured the rest of the day if you know the show. 805-543-3693, the numbers to get through.
If Jeremy wanted to play with a beach ball with his friends, what ultimately would happen to the beach ball?
805-543-3693.
Jeremy wants to play beach ball with his buddies. He shows up. He's like, hey, guys, it's a nice day. We're at the beach. I got a beach ball. Let's toss it around. What would happen to that ball?
Morning, Zach.
Morning.
Hey, Zach, if Jeremy wanted to play with a beach ball with his friends, what would happen to the ball?
First, he would go and deflate the ball all the way, flatten it all the way out, and then he would put a little bit of water in it, just a little bit, and toss it in the air so that wind could catch it.
Okay. Oh, but you forgot the important step. I thought you were going to go step by step on all of those.
Do you want?
that is an important step, but that's not what would happen if I brought a beach ball.
Ultimately, what would end up happening to the beach ball?
Beach ball?
If I brought it out and said with my buddies, hey, you guys want to, here, toss the ball around.
You go and when you go and deflate it, right?
No.
Oh, that was
we did talk about it.
Yeah,
you missed it, bud.
I think you
Damn
missed
it.
it. I'm sorry. You missed it. Listen to that part and not listen to the part right after that.
All right. Let's see. John is up next. Hi, John. Good morning, John.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Good.
Jeremy's friends would shoot the ball and pop it.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're a winner, my friend. You've got a couple of tickets to go to the Central Coast Craft Beer Festival. Yeah, my friends, they bring firearms a lot of the times where we go on camping trips. And so if I brought out a ball, I'm guarantee you that when it was safe to shoot, it would be shot out of the sky.
You will have that, I guess.
And I tried to find like manly beach balls. There's no. I scoured.
There's no camo balls? You can't find camouflage balls?
There's not a camouflage beach ball. Can you believe that? Get on that right away. Because I mean, that has got to be. There's got to be.
Yeah, you could be making money on Amazon with a camo beach ball.
I used to live across
the
street from a local guy here that makes.
There's kind of camo. It's blue and white.
Yeah, but
that's light blue, but it's not like army camo.
No, and it's kind of expensive. Like I'm not going to spend $43 for a kind of camo beach ball.
John, when's the last time you played with a beach ball?
It's been a long time.
I think the last time I touched a beach ball would have been at a California Mid-State Fair concert, and somebody was kicking it around. And
that's fun.
I got a finger on it.
But the camo one would be dangerous in that setting because you wouldn't know if it was coming for you.
Like what? Is a bomb?
You wouldn't see it. It's camouflage.
Oh. All right, man. Hold on the line, John. We'll get you all set to go. Central Coast Craft Beer Festival tickets available at kzoz.com.
The best jokes are always the ones you have to explain.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KZOZ rocks.